Hello and welcome back. It is once again time for some Final Fantasy XIV. Last time we were checking out the Moonfire Fair and then also doing some stuff on the moon. Some of the side quest stuff. Now, it's time for The Rising. Gonna have a little conversation with Yoshi P in-game. And then, look for some more side questy stuff to do. So let's get into it. An adventurous ambition. The Wandering Minstrel is in search of inspiration. This quest is available for limited time only. Well now, if it isn't my adventurer friend Genosia, it could only be a blessing from the Navigator that we should meet again here and now. You see, I have been struggling to find inspiration for a new song to perform this rising. I have a mind to speak with the locals for their tales. For which I could use your able assistance. Might you be willing to accompany me? Sure. I am truly grateful. During the Rising, we remember those we lost in the calamity, even as we turn our attention to a brighter future. 'Tis my hope to hear a tale that inspires one and all to look forward. Now then, there is no better place for talk in Limsa Limenza than the Drowning Wench. Let us first seek out the barkeep, Baderon, and see if he has aught of interest to share. Okay. Oh, come on, what's the harm? What's the harm? You'll get yourself killed, that's the harm. I ain't letting one so young sign up. Why he wants to become an adventurer so badly anyway, Ratcha?
There's this place I need to go to. The problem is the Yellow Jackets won't let a child leave the city alone. But if I was an adventurer, I'd be responsible for myself. I could go wherever I please, whenever I please. So please, let me sign up.
Ain't that simple, lass. I've got a responsibility to those who I sign up. If I let someone that's clearly unprepared head out there, and they end up hurt or worse, I wouldn't be able to live it down. And don't even get me started on the damage it could cause the guild's reputation, so you can forget about signing up until you're older. Much older.
But it has to be now, during the Rising. Why do you have to be so responsible?
It comes with age, lass. Now run along and get yourself home.
Grr. Hello. What's that devious look on your face? Little girl? Did you see me? I'm an adventurer. I could take you where you want to go. You'll be plenty safe by my side.
Is everything well? Ah, sorry you had to see that. Little cub's bent on becoming an adventurer, but I said no and sent her on her way.
Still, I can't help but worry. She doesn't strike me as the sort to give up easily.
True that. Wouldn't surprise me a whit if she tried to sneak out anyway. I hate to impose, but do you reckon you could keep an eye on Ratcha? It'd do. I'd do it myself, but I can't up and leave the tavern. The timing of the rising seemed to be of the essence to the little one. Intriguing, would you not agree? Let us ask her about that. I'm in your debt. Now the nearest city exits the Tempest Gate over by the Aft Castle. I suggest ye begin by talking to Clindrail, a sentry yonder.
Ba, 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 ba. Ba, ba. Let's go. This child needs our help. I'm sure of it. The lowlands of Lenosia await you on the other side of the Tempest Gate. Oh, thank you for the follow, John 6036. Much appreciated. At Badaron's behest, you say? As it happens, a girl of that description did come through just a moment ago. She was at the heels of a Mikate peddler, so at a glance one might think them parent and child, but the way she kept stealing glances behind her made me suspicious. So I alerted my comrade, a yo-yo outside, and I expect she stopped the little one for questioning. If you're worried, you should seek her out.
Our thanks for the information. We shall find your comrade at once.
Alright. Here we are. Well now, if it ain't the good minstrel and our kindly helper. Pleasure to see the two of ye again. What brings ye here today? So Badaron sent ye after the little one. I was just about to ask her what she's up to. Rucha, was it, dearie? Even without others telling ye ought to know it's dangerous out here. What is it that ye want to do so badly ye'd risk your life like this? There's something that I need to see. It doesn't matter if it's dangerous. I have to go.
We understand that you have your reasons, Rucha. Even so, we cannot in good conscience allow you to wander the wilds alone. So here I would make a proposal. Rather than becoming an adventurer, why not employ the services of one? With a dependable adventurer at your side, you would be able to reach your destination safely. This, I believe, is your best option.
But I don't have any money. And what adventurer would want to help a child anyway?
Why, our friend here, of course. She's the Warrior of Light. Helping people is what she does. As long as I get off.
This humble vagrant. You can count on me.
This is what I do. I shall be glad to provide suitable recompense in Ratcha's stead. While a part of me hopes that this will lead to inspiration for song, above all, I feel compelled to lend a helping hand.
You've really helped me? Oh, thank you so much! I'm glad it worked out for you. But as a client, there's something you need to bear in mind. That is, you've got to give the adventurer your trust. Be honest with what exactly it is ye need, and she'll be able to help ye all the better. The place I want to go to is a lighthouse here in Lower Lanasia. It's named for one of the 12. I heard a rumor from a kid in town, you see. He told me that ghosts appear there during the rising. There's supposedly lighthouse keepers who died in the calamity, and they spirit children away to the realm of the dead. But that's got to be nonsense, and I want to prove it. Oh, the 2 lighthouses in the area, Ocean's Torch is the only one. The 2 lighthouses in the area, Ocean's Torch is the only one as civilians can still get to. Don't recall hearing nothing about ghosts, though. I can't help but be curious, so come along. Having a yellow jacket with you ought to make things easier, I reckon. That's outside of a skirmish, anyway. Being a cannoneer, I'm more at home blasting things from a distance. If we run into angry fiends on the road, they're all yours. Uh-huh. So, what's your name, adventurer?
Junasia Vasan.
Junasia Vasan. I'll remember that. Thank you so much for helping me. We'll go to Ocean's Torch, and we'll see if the rumor about the ghost is true.
Sure thing, little kid.
And I'll get a wind-up Galuljaja. Are you ready to go, Junasia?
She asked if I was ready to go, and then a yo-yo nods. What? Excuse me? Did you change your name in the last 2 seconds? As much as I would like to accompany you, someone should return to the Drowning Wench to apprise Beteron of these developments.
Didn't you hope that this would lead to, like, inspiration? How are you going to get inspiration if you leave?
Besides, to hear your accounts afterwards, what you learned and felt, will also bring unique inspiration. I wish you an enjoyable and insightful incursion.
Okay, buddy. Alright. Right, to begin with, how about we head east to Madman Bridge? It'd give Ratcha a chance to see the sights. The path can be steep in places, so take care you don't take a tumble now. I'll be fine. Don't worry. Let the adventure begin.
Man. I was just thinking the lighting's looking pretty nice. I assume the sun's going down? That or it's just... No, it's not cloudy. Clear skies, so the sun's down. Setting currently somewhere. Street lamps are coming on. Hop on, kid. Going for a ride.
Look, a river! And there's some sort of strange animal. Oh, we sometimes see children out this way with their folks, but I take it you've never been? Actually, I have. It was a long time ago, though, before my parents died in the calamity. It's alright. I like it at the orphanage. Everyone's really nice, and I have lots of fun. That'd be them laying shows, I take it? It's an orphanage run by a former Sanguine Siren, in case he wasn't aware. A fine place by all accounts. If that's where Rutch is from, I'll have one of me comrades contact her caretakers. Wouldn't do to let them think she's missing. Right then, next we'll make for Ocean's Embrace. Up this here hill. Take it slow so ye don't wear yourself down.
I mean, guys, we could all hop in my regalia. Go for a little car ride. We'd be plenty safe from any critters. They won't go near me.
Whoa, we're so high up. This is amazing. I felt the same way when I looked out from here for the first time. This bridge was built where a tidal wave sundered the land during the calamity. It's a symbol of our people's determination to rise above tragedy. Miss Dorothea, that's the headmistress, said that we Laminsons work hard because we hate to lose and like what we do. What about you, Ginasia? Do you like being an adventurer?
I'd rather not work at all, to be honest. I wouldn't want to be anything else. By which I mean I want to be all of the things.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought. When I grow up, I hope I'll like what I do as well. My parents liked what they did, I think. When the calamity struck, they didn't run away. They were noble souls, Miss Dorothea said. She promised to tell me everything one day, but I don't know how to feel when they're gone, and can't find the words. I want to be a good client, though, so I'll think on it. Seems Rutch has got something she needs to get off her chest. In wanting to verify the rumor, mayhap she... there's no use speculating. Come, let's press on.
No, I'm also thinking that same thought, that perhaps she's hoping to see her parents. Since it's specifically people that died during the calamity that are supposed to appear as ghosts. But also just... wouldn't want to be anything else. Certainly not everything else. Cutscene.
There's Ocean's Torch, one of the 102 lighthouses here what are named for gods. The lighthouse keeper's a bloke named Rostenze. Rostenze. Ye can ask him about ghosts and anything else ye like. Lighthouse keeper. So, about the reason why I want to know about the ghosts. My father and mother were lighthouse keepers, you see, but they disappeared during the calamity and were never found. When I heard the rumor that maybe, just maybe, they were the ones haunting the lighthouse. So that's why you wanted to prove the rumor wrong? You couldn't stand people thinking your parents were doing terrible things? Aye, but a part of me wishes that the rumor was true. Then I'd be able to talk to my parents again. There's so many things I'd like to ask them. Well, whatever the truth is, we'll find out soon. Let's keep going.
Indeed.
I could also give the child a ride on my back as a phoenix. That would be perfect for the Rising event. Whoa! The sea's frozen in a splash. Amazing! This area was hard hit by the calamity. On top of the tidal wave washing away big swathes of land, a piece of Dalamud came crashing down yonder. They say it caused ether to gush out of the land and crystallize all at once. At that time, I was with Miss Dorothea. She was my mother's friend, and she took me to a safe place. I was very little then. I didn't fully understand what was happening, but the calamity really was a frightful thing. I can't imagine how it was for father and mother.
These wild jackals wouldn't dare, right? Yeah, that's just what I thought. Just seeing their little red triangle icon. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Wouldn't go well for you, Jekyll. Rostenze. Well now, if it ain't guests, what brings you to the torch?
Well, this small child.
Ghoster in the Rising. For all me years as a keeper, I've not seen nor heard about such things at any lighthouse, I know. It's certainly the sort of place as children might believe haunted, though. Might be as someone mistook me or some laundry for a spectre.
So father and mother weren't ghosts after all.
But I must say, it's a surprise to see Rotto's little girl here. Your parents showed me the ropes when I was starting out as a keeper.
Huh.
Indeed. They had charge of Limlayon's ring yonder. Nowadays it's on a little isle, but there used to be a stretch of land connecting it. A dangerous stretch it was, rife with nasty beasts. You need to hire adventurers, and grizzled ones at that, just to deliver supplies.
If you knew my parents, please tell me about them. They left me in Limsa Laminza during the calamity and died in the tidal wave. Why did they go out there even though it was so dangerous? What was going through their minds? I want to know.
I was stationed elsewhere at the time, so I only read this in a report. But your folks did everything they could to protect Limlayon's ring. They built a breakwater using anything and everything they had on hand. But in the end, there was no stopping such a monstrous wave. Countless souls went missing when it struck, and the Maelstrom mounted search and rescue operations. I joined in the effort, but I'm afraid they were never found. Know, though, that your folks didn't die in vain. By manning their lighthouse to the very end that day, they guided many vessels safely to shore and saved many lives.
I see. They really were noble souls, like Miss Dorothea said. But if I could choose, I wish they were still here.
This is just a thought. But how do you like to stay the night and hear more about your folks? It'd only be the mundane, everyday things, but what I know, I'd be glad to share with you.
I'd like that! I'd like that very much!
Well, that's nice. Yeah.
Good morning, Chinasia!
Sup, kiddo?
I got up early to look at the lighthouse, where my father and mother used to be. For the longest time, I'd felt as though they'd abandoned me. I wanted to see them one more time so I could ask them why they had to go and to tell them that I missed them.
I understand how you feel, little child.
In the end, there weren't any ghosts. Still, I'm glad I could learn about my parents. It made me realize that I want to become someone who helps others, like them and like you.
Look at that sunrise. On a new day.
So thank you for bringing me here.
You're welcome. Ah, and we're back.
Thank you so much for coming with me, both of you. You're very welcome, dearie. You can always come to me if you need anything. Just no more trying to sneak out, you hear? Well, I'd better get back to the orphanage. Hopefully Miss Dorothea won't be too mad at me. You'll be wanting to report to the minstrel, I expect. In which case, a comrade of mine tells me he's at the anchor yard. I'll see to it Rucha gets home safely. Be sure to catch the special fireworks afterwards, eh? Be seeing you, Janasia!
See ya, small child, Rucha. The anchor yard. Ah, welcome back, my friend. Was young Rucha able to find that which she sought?
Not exactly.
So her true purpose was to see if the ghosts were her parents who were taken by the calamity. A tale is born when someone acts in the name of another. As there are so many tales out there, it is impossible for us to know every single one. Yet a tale may occasionally find its way to those who need it most, such as that of the lighthouse keepers, whose courage and sacrifice have come to guide their child years after their passing. Thank you, Genosia, not only for granting Rush's wish, but for providing me with inspiration as well. While we wait for the special fireworks to begin,
They're already... Buddy, turn around.
might you tell me more of your excursion?
There are... Alright. Maybe those weren't the special fireworks.
Yes, it comes to me. A verse for all who strive onwards this day and every day.
Uh-huh. By the strumming of his harp, he has summoned Yoshi P. Huh? With the puppy?
Greetings, warrior of light.
It's Yoshi P. He's got so many little minions.
This is a world that exists outside your reality. Could it be a dream? A flight of fancy conjured by your weary mind? Perhaps or perhaps not. 'Tis a pleasure to meet you again, as I have in the past. I have beckoned you here that I might express my gratitude.
Naoki Yoshida.
For long years we have walked together with you on this grand adventure. It is a never-ending journey, one that shall continue tomorrow as surely as it does today. The most natural of things. Along the way, I have endeavored to keep my gaze firmly fixed upon the future. Of late, however, I have been keenly reminded that we must occasionally look back upon the path we walked, that we might remember the lessons learned. In the course of our adventures, it seems that I too have grown. To learn from successes and failures both, and forge ahead with humility and sincerity. This is what I had resolved to do at Journey's beginning, and I resolved to do so anew. Nothing would please us more than to continue having you at our side on the road ahead. And I pray that, upon this journey of life that we have the honor to share, the light of the crystal shall ever shine. Now the time has come for this vision to end. Time for your eyes to open from this waking dream. This world shall yet endure, and as we continue to make our way, I pray that we shall have occasion to meet again. Till that day, I wish you the happiest of journeys. Fare you well.
Farewell, Yoshipi! Ah!
Most happenings in our lives have no bearing on the fate of the world. More often than not, they go unobserved and unremarked. But you, my friend, gather up such forgotten tales and see them delivered. In so doing, you bring joy, and as a token of my gratitude, I dedicate to this... Brent, come on. But you, my friend, gather up such forgotten tales and see them delivered. In so doing, you bring joy, and as a token of my gratitude, I dedicate to you this song. A song of journeys fulfilling. In gleaming gold the sun does rise, the boundless sky it calls. In silver pale the path of men, a white and endless pall. So far away the guiding light that you do now espy, but flames of life their warmth impart to comfort and inspire. Take heart, my friend, for here we stand, and so we shall remain. Your destination reach you shall, by memory's refrain. I have no doubt that you, Rocha, and a Yo-Yo shall give rise to a great many more tales. Your tales in particular may be more varied than those of others. There may be times when you face great hardships, and the weight is more than you can bear. In such a time, I bid you remember this. No matter how great your burdens, the tales that you have gathered shall ever be your strength. A beacon to light your way in the darkness. Rising. Woo. Ba-ba. Delightful Dozen. Wind up, Kulul Jaja! Kulul Jaja. Wonderful. Alright, so we need to enter the Stigma Dreamscape. First, I'll just check if anything else is in it. Nope. Oh, what I should try. Take a look in here. I have some things that need to be decent for sure. Many things. materials in that one. No. Sort. Autumn Regis. That's interesting. What's that? Mithril. Oh, I just got 2 demi materia. Another demi materia. Nice. This is okay. All right. Let's get a Printy Finder going for, I think it's a dungeon. Stigma Dreamscape. Let's check here. It would be Endel, yeah? Yeah, there it is. Stigma Dreamscape. Oh, is this... Yeah, okay. I was looking down the bottom. I thought the sorting was, you know, like it is in the Duty Finder, with the latest stuff on the bottom. Beauty completion. Everything, go ahead and recruit. Just need a couple of people. But while we wait, let's look around and see if there's any other side quests that we need to take on. Take a look over here. I think there's some... Well, I know where a couple are. I want to make sure we don't miss any. think that's a... Yeah, that's a job quest. That one is for like Disciples of the Hand or Land, one of those things. Pretty sure we already took care of Hingashi. I think we're good on the moon. So I'll just go to old Charlie real quick. Take a look there. There's the Wandering Minstrel. Hey. There's someone. Just the Wandering Minstrel, looks like. Then there's must be Dreaming Witch. Is that also Handland stuff? Yeah, Disciple of the Hand. Level 80. That's gonna be a little while. Over to Yolal. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention starter stream. Warrior is now level 79, getting real close to 80, so I've started leveling Paladin again, which is level 75. White Mage is almost 68. So close. Blue Mage is 63. Ninja's 95 now. Doing pretty good. Shit. New Dawn, New Hunt. I think that's the quest to unlock hunts for Tuliolal area. The otherworldly encounter, I'm pretty sure that one's the start of the... Ooh, nice. Pretty sure that's the start of the... Hildebrand questline. Oh, yeah. Stigma Dreamscape, let's do it. The Sea of Stars. Good music. This song is definitely memorable. I recall hearing it before. I think this is the song in the tower, wasn't it? Or somewhere else. It does sound a little different. Slightly different tempo or something.
Alert! Your presence has been detected. Central units. Approaching current coordinates. Omicron Invader, intruder. Initiate offensive protocols. Now approaching command center. Accessing administrative memory to disable security system.
What? Hold up.
Stigma 4 detected. New ring unit guarding it and destroy its core.
Proto Omega! There are missiles. Eh. Run! Run, Professor! Mustard! Illegal! Geneva Conventions! Mustard bombing.
Stigma 4 has initiated evasion action. Establishing connection with next memory region. This memory region affects our people's first, or this memory region reflects our people's first encounter with another star, the subjugation of Rodona. Our objective was to obtain the rich mineral resources of Northernite asteroid belt by any means necessary. Omicron Invader failure is not an acceptable path. Commencing annihilation. Rodona Guardian. Weapon systems online. Rodona Guardian. All functions halted. Guardian post 9 forward. Omicron Invader. Nothing can halt our forward march. More Northernite arms. The Northernite boasted considerably advanced technology, but their regimes proved inferior to the invading force.
What? How do I... Huh? How do I already have that? This is my first time doing this dungeon. Song. I've definitely heard it before. Arc Lemda. Surprised there wasn't any speech. Wait, no, it was. Just missed it.
The last unit before you was in Konoha, local materials, as became our standard operating procedure.
What the? Well, didn't know that was gonna happen. This time I knew. You won't get me twice, Arc Lambda.
Sigma 4 has retreated into the next memory region. This unit requests you pursue with all haste. As this unit projected, this memory is of our conflict on the Dragon Star. The Dragon's assault has created a breach in the barrier. Infiltrate the facility.
Come along, little box. Robo Dragons! Mecha Dragons! My goodness.
Siege Matrix Stigma 4. That floor design looks rather intentional. Okay. AI take.
Analyzing combat data. Fascinating. Deploy new rocket-propelled armaments. Capability exceed expected routes. Statewide transformation sequence.
Forward march.
Thermal structure of hostile life form online. Stand by for destruction combat programs.
Yippee! Yay! Watching. Hey, N7000.
Operation status. Success. Stigma 4 has abandoned its military offensive. N7000 submits new orders to Stigma 4. Stigma 4 is instructed to immediately cease production of all weapons and attack units, and initiate production of diplomatic hologram units. Analysis of memory data complete. Further pursuit of planned invasion is calculated to have a 99.99999924634% probability of resulting in utter annihilation. N7000's orders are deemed strategically and logistically sound. Reconfiguring production infrastructure.
Take that, glowing eyeball! Oh, my dearest N7000, I apologize for all those times I called you a sack of bolts. Why, you're the most impressive military information and operations unit I've ever met!
This unit expresses its gratitude to the hero Genosia and the soft-looking organic life form. This unit could not have succeeded without your help. This also marks the completion of this unit's duties. With the invasion halted indefinitely, there remains no military operation or conflict requiring this unit's functions. Preparing to shut down and enter permanent energy-saving hibernation.
Shut down? What nonsense is this? Did you not receive an order to live just a short moment ago? Eternal sleep doesn't sound like living to me. Come on, Geonosia, say something and set this bolt head straight, won't you?
To shut down would be inconsistent with the Order Sergadi. Why not put your abilities to work for peace?
She's right. You were told to live, and live is what you'll do. If you don't have a war to wage anymore, you can use your talents to bring in a new future of peace and hope.
But what are the appropriate protocols? This unit possesses little practical experience in peacetime operations.
You can access Stigma 4, can you not? By interfacing with its memory banks. Might you not be able to, say, find knowledge of lost civilizations? Civilizations that you might simulate for the edification of those who live now?
Indeed. Such a task would be within this unit's capabilities. But what about when that task is complete? Without an ongoing mission, sooner or later this unit is bound to lose its purpose. What happens then?
Well, let's see now. I suppose you could always open a cafe? Back in Old Charlian, there's a fine establishment called The Last Stand. People gather there to share food, drink, company, and reasons to meet again. Geonosia delivered her world from the brink of despair and helped people dream of a brighter future once more. What if we could do the same for the other civilizations Meteion found?
This unit finds the furry life form suggestion difficult to process. And yet, realizing accurate simulations of myriad civilizations, including those that Omicrons have not encountered, would undoubtedly challenge this unit to the fullest. It is a reason to remain active for the foreseeable future.
Precisely! See? I knew I was onto something here! Speaking of here, Geonosia, do you know anywhere nearby that could use a good cafe? There's an empty structure that might be suited for it in the necropolis? Well, why didn't you say so sooner?
In the necropolis? Are you sure about that?
Whispers falling silently drift on the wind. But I hear you
Dude,
journey. Now I'm memory
do these guys drink?
side.
Well, would you look at that? A suspicious counter, outdoor seating, or a spacious counter, outdoor seating, and a fine layer of homey gray dust. Best of all is the view of that massive dead star that Meteion was lurking in for ages. looming ominously overhead. People are going to love this. Think about it, it's poetic. The very place where hope was nearly extinguished forevermore, now a beacon of it.
This unit has still not fully processed the concept of a cafe, but will simulate elements of lost civilizations as its ongoing mission.
That'll be just fine, N7000. You focus on what you do best and leave the rest to me. I'll have you know I learned a thing or two about preparing and serving victuals and beverages in my time at the Last Stand. Not to mention that I've come up with the perfect name for our new establishment, The Last Dregs. An inspiring moniker, wouldn't you say?
This unit is unable to process this statement. It must defer to the furry life form's judgment.
I'll take that as a yes. Now, we had best get to work. There are many preparations to be made before we're ready to open for business. You're more than welcome any time, though, Junasia. Oh, and please tell the other Lupperites I'm not dead. Sure thing. What the? Disciple of the land, me. Well, actually, of the land, my lady. Well, if you say so, it's pretty easy, actually. Already got that. The cafe at the end of the universe. The difficulty of this quest will be synced to your current level. Well. Welcome, Junasia, to the Last Dregs. At long last, we're open for business, and that's not all.
This unit recommends you allow the squeaky life form to elaborate. Please be advised that this recommendation does not extend to other conversations.
Uh-huh. For one thing, we've cleaned the place up since your last visit. That counter is clean enough to eat off of. We've also recruited additional Omicrons to our cause. They have absolutely naught better to do and are thus stationed here at all hours. I fear their lack of customer service experience may prove an issue, however, so I think it best that our first patrons be similar to the people of Atheris. You lot have been awfully understanding of our slip-ups with the moon.
To fulfill that objective, this unit has taken the liberty of ordering the replication of passively intelligent life forms based on data recovered from the dead ends. These life forms now exist in tangible simulations, much like this unit itself, allowing them to enjoy cafe services. If you orient your ocular orbs to my right, you will find Patron 001 and Patron 002 of the Karelian people.
Yeah? They don't seem to be happy.
Prepare to die, traitor. I shall now obliterate your hideous helm and your belligerent brain with it. Ideological alignment with the global community is the only way to restore peace. That and the utter annihilation of our enemies! You would say that, mongrel. You have long since ceased to see beyond the leash around your neck. Or perhaps it's that tasteless headwear that's cutting off oxygen to your brain. You and your masters know not of righteousness. The peace you offer is but apathy, self-determination subjugated to the pull of the yoke. Pray that you at least know freedom in death.
Yeah, this doesn't seem to be going so well. As you can see, it's not going as well as we had hoped.
This data indicates that while the Corellians prospered materially under the global community, the anti-establishment freedom fighters fought back against its oppressive social conditions, leading to total annihilation of both civilization and star.
Excuse me, it seems like both of you want the same thing, to put an end to this conflict and live happily ever after. Also to murder each other, but that didn't turn out so well for you last time. How about you take a seat and talk this over? Wild. I suppose this will have to do for the time being. For you see, I have something even more important to show you. With me! No, wait, Well. Can you see it? Here, at the end of the universe, a new star has been born.
Furthermore, readings confirm that this unidentified star is composed of Dynamis.
With the Endsinger gone, Ultima Thule should no longer be doomed to despair, yet what kind of star, what civilization could have arisen out of the Dynamis of this place? I shudder to think.
That is precisely why this unit recommends eliminating potential threats immediately. The looming specter of a hostile civilization is not conducive to carrying out current orders to live.
Have you learned nothing from the Corellians? We cannot simply go about annihilating everybody who looks at us askance. Besides, it would be a shame to waste any potential resources the star has to offer. It's not as if we're rolling in tea leaves out here.
This unit finds the eminently killable life form's outlook to be intolerably naive.
I'll show you eminently killable, you weird-looking fork. Anyway, I propose that with your help, Gymnasia, we first investigate this newborn star. There will be plenty of time for annihilating later, should such measures be called for.
If both eminently killable life forms insist, you may access the research portal from base Omicron. This unit will accompany you for your own safety.
For my safety, come on now. Well, I am currently in my fishing role, so... And I can't switch jobs mid-combat, so if something does strike me unawares... could be dangerous. What the... Hold up. What are these all about? Bunch of quests out here. Hey, old worm. Loud and proud. There's a bunch of quests here, too. Hold up. Oh, wait, this... What? These are not plus quests, never mind. So, like... Yeah, why do they have keys on them?
Do these unlock things and they just happen to not be those like blue plus quests? Let's test it with this one. The old worm is displeased at the state of the spring.
Cacoluminous descended. The spring before me was clear as a pierced glass. Now behold the vine light upon it. Should nothing, not shall rain save poison and black ash. Alas, my warlord rings loud enough to cleanse the waters, and my king here fare little better. Yet at times, I hearken unto a faraway call, strong and resounding. Though I know not whence it cameth, wouldst thou seek its source, that our wellspring might be saved?
Sure. Hello, bloodthirsty dragon.
I would not fain waste mine energies on thy lost cause, morsel. Begone with thee, ere thou findest thyself betwixt my teeth.
Then you admit your roar is pathetic.
Dost thou wish to be devoured? With my peerless roar shall I demonstrate the futility of thy pursuit. Then savor the despair upon thy countenance when thou art forced to admit defeat. Get thee astride my back. I cannot abide watching thy stunted limbs struggle.
Oh? You wouldn't just roar at me from there? The water ripples slightly, but you are unable to detect any significant changes.
Now dost thou ken my wisdom? We may attempt another angle, shouldst thou thirst for greater despair.
The spring appears slightly clearer for a moment, but you are unable to detect any significant changes. Yeah, your roar is just so weak, my guy.
Admit thy defeat. This spring shall never regain its lost splendor. Though if thy tale be true, thou art not the only fool in need of this lesson. Let us speak with that old worm.
Yeah, no, I think your roar is just so weak.
We have produced too much to ask these waters would burn clear once more. Thou shouldst know such dreams are folly. Thou shouldst know such dreams are folly. To live is one matter, but to hope is not so futile as thou wouldst believe. Hearken closely. I drank of this spring not moments ago. Though the difference be slight, it tasteth less brackish than before. Thy actions were not wasted. Thou sought to restore it to its crystalline state. thy aspirations have failed, in sooth. However, I suppose 'tis proof enough that my roar still possesseth great power, despite the darkness that consumeth me. In that sense, perhaps thou art correct that some good resulted from mine efforts, and thine more so.
Yeah, in fact, I think if you keep it up, keep roaring at it a bit, it'll eventually clear up. Especially if you could get a couple more of your buddies to roar at it too. That'd make it go a lot faster.
For any change, no matter how small, I am grateful. To recall the taste of pure water once more, and to know that we yet have the power to fight our decline. Others shall doubtless be heartened. Keep thine ears open, for one day thou may hearken unto a chorus of dragons' roars.
Yeah. Loud and proud. Roar at that pond. That doesn't seem to have unlocked anything, so I don't know what the... Unless it unlocked another quest in the chain. I don't think so. Looks like there's the same number as before. Well.
Beyond this portal, you will find a research area constructed for the purposes of collecting data on the new star. You may proceed with caution to the star from there.
Color me impressed by Stigma 4, that is. It's the one that made all of this. Now, look sharp, Forky. Yeah, silly, that's right. Portal to A4 Research. Let us take a look. To the new star. Just wanted to make sure there wasn't anything else around here.
FTL portal initialized. Calibrating coordinates.
I mean, if it's a brand new star, there wouldn't really be any life on it, right? Yeah, it looks like it's currently just a giant floating rock. Wow, that's pretty though. If Ultima Thule is governed by sentiment, does that mean this huge thing came straight from someone's heart?
Initializing scan of planet's surface and core.
Planet surface. I mean, it's like disparate chunks here and there.
Environmental scans inconsistent with data from previous recorded planets. No signs of civilization detected. This unit can only assume that the star is entirely new.
unlike anything seen before?
Emergency alert from the last dregs. Ahem. This unit will now transmit directly from Stigma 4. Emergency alert. Customers designated Patron 001 and Patron 002 resisting delivery of sustenance. Weapons have been drawn. Please advise.
Resisting? What in the world did you serve them?
As proposed by the flea-ridden manager, staff first attempted to provide patrons with locally rendered carrots. These were rejected as not food. Gordana oil and Omicron grease were also rejected, despite databases indicating that these substances fulfill 95% of the criteria for designation as food. Words unsuitable for transmission also issued forth from patrons at this time. The torrent of verbal abuse activated the Gordana Guardian's moderation filters, causing it to set weapon systems to purge. All remaining units have withdrawn behind available cover. Projections indicate a 99.9783% chance of failure should further arbitration be attempted by current staff. Management support requested.
I sort of expected this. After all, artificial carrots just aren't right. Where's the fresh and juicy crunch? Where's the slight aftertaste of dirt? Yeah. Have you ever tried any other food? Other than carrots? I don't know why anyone would bother putting other things in their mouth when there are perfectly good carrots lying around, but very well. I suppose we'll need to concoct some sort of nutritious admixture.
Data indicates that cultivation prospects in Ultima Thule are abysmal. To manufacture ingredients would require a dedicated production plant.
Look around you. Given the fate of our aforementioned carrots, that simply will not do. But what of this new star? Could it not be used to cultivate the fresh culinary ingredients we need? I can see it now! Our customers' contentment upon tasting the most delicious and nutritious cuisine they've ever had! The sight should delight me as much as 100 carrots of happiness, at least!
Well, this certainly is a magical place.
Goodness me!
A verdant field suddenly appeared out of your own thoughts.
Scanning soil. Acidity, moisture content, and temperature within acceptable parameters.
And it's soft under my paws, as if it's simply begging for cultivation.
Indeed, analysis indicates that 56.2% of cultivars registered to database during prior conflicts with organic civilizations would be suited to this environment.
Did this star grant my wish? I suppose, given the nature of this place, it's not unreasonable to believe that residual energies from Meteon's nest could have coalesced into a new star, nor that said star would be as susceptible to emotion as the rest of the dynamics around here.
This theory is excessively convenient, but the data does not contradict it.
Your ability to insult me, even when we're in agreement, never ceases to amaze. Fortunately for you, I have better things to do than bicker with a bucket of bolts right now. Oh, magics of creation! Feel the craving deep within my soul, and grant me endless carrots!
Perhaps gluttony does not qualify as an emotion.
Bugger. Yet my hopes for the cafe do, apparently. Unlike my, however sincere, visions of carrots specifically, that intangible hope for a potential future took form as tillable earth, in which case perhaps the joy of as yet unrealized possibility is the key to success here. Thus shall we call it? Elysion! A joyful land where our hopes may come to rest!
The mythology at work here remains alien to this unit, but the overexcited organism's speculation has merit. Dynamis has been demonstrated to make the impossible possible. However, the data also shows that it lends itself as easily to ill as to good. If the beings of Ultima Thule succumb to despair once more, the consequences will be dire. This unit does not even need to run the calculations to be sure.
Oh, boil my carrots! I forgot all about the customers. We must attend to them with all haste, lest they warp the nature of the star! Indeed, indeed. Hold up. Beautiful. Beautiful. So I guess that must be a giant orb of Dynamis that is now forming a planet around it. So is that how planets are formed in this universe? You get a... I mean, obviously for Aetheris, it would be a giant orb of ether that then forms a planet crust around it. I mean, we all know, you know, of course, the life stream and all that. How it flows to the star. That certainly is a thing. Is that water? I think that's water. Hey, Jamie, wait, look, maybe these guys, they don't eat, like, food like we know. Please, if you would just sit down for a nice, calming cup of tea.
As if I would fall for your ruse a second time! That food you served us made me long for the days of chewing up boot in the trenches. Deeply though it pains me, I must agree. That was the least palatable vegetable I have ever eaten. Wartime or no, if I die, my blood is on your hands.
Heavens, we can't have that. We wish only to satisfy our customers, to bring them joy so that they may never again fall to despair. What dishes would bring you joy, if I might ask?
Everything we typically eat, from beans to beef, is manufactured according to specifications that I could not begin to guess at. But I would take anything even approaching normal at this point. Perhaps a salad to cleanse the palate of that horrid oil. As long as there are none of those genetically modified bugs in it this time.
I see! 2 salads with completely organic ingredients coming right up.
How soon your paltry gray matter forgets. There is a dearth of produce in this corner of the universe. Even on the new star, seeds will require time to grow.
Oh, but surely Junasia can do something about that? You are a fisher, are you not? Surely there must be some manner of edible flora around here. Inconspicuous though it may be.
Hey, Jammingway, didn't you just say 2 salads coming right up?
Last I checked, fish does not a salad make. Jammingway. I mean, you can take some tuna and add in some like mayonnaise and stuff and call it a tuna salad, but that's not really like when somebody asks for a salad, that's not what they're asking for. Like lettuce, maybe some sliced carrots in there, some cabbage, little bits of onion, perhaps a couple slices of tomato or some cherry tomatoes, something like that. That would be expected in a salad. Not fish. Maybe chicken, but generally, I mean, they did say, anything resembling normal. So fish would be resembling normal. I'm just saying, consistency, January. And I dare say local ingredients are something of a conversation starter. So that could be the next step toward our patrons resolving their differences. Wouldn't that be lovely? I'll go find some space fish, I guess. You need only relax and wait. We'll serve you a delicious dinner yet.
Reluctantly reviewing natural resource database. Promising nodes located. Flora found in the wellspring of regret has been rated by other organic life forms as edible and shows acceptable nutrient composition. You may wish to purchase Gold Salmon Roe from Omicron N0598 in A4 research for this mission and similar endeavors in Ultima Thule. All proceeds go to Omicron Enhancement Initiatives.
While you do that, we'll see if we can't scrounge up a few more ingredients from our stores. Though I still cannot imagine why one would prefer other foodstuffs to carrots, I must admit that I find this culinary experimentation rather invigorating.
These people are crazy, dude.
Transport unit.
Oh yeah, perfect.
Yeah, nice. There's a last strikes here, right there, and then there's base Omicron.
Do I need Gold Salmon Roe?
I actually have No, I don't. I saw this, the price, and thought that was how many I have in my bag. No. Alright, let's grab like for now. Go fishing with those. I feel like the versatile lure will still work, but to Elysian. It seems there is, yes, a water source. Perfect. Yeah. And then we wait. That's a protofish. Or protoflesh. Protoflesh? That doesn't sound nice. I need a strip of soggy alien kelp. So we are making a salad using kelp. Okay. Yeah. And that's protoflesh again. Let me just take a quick look. Log. Bunch of undiscovered in Ultima Thule. And it doesn't list this place, it seems. Socket alien kelp. At the Wellspring of Regret is what it specifically states. I think this was the place I was talking about back in Ultima Thule. Hang on. Oh, it doesn't show any names. Hang on. Wellspring of... All right, you. Abode of the Ear. Abode of the EA Sports. It's in the fish. Which would give me Snow White dye and Soot Black dye. That's cool. Good to know. Excuse me? Excuse me. Seems to be a just path of loose sand floating in midair. Including a little bit of like a clipped plane. Is that, or no, that's just dense pack of the loose sand. Alright, let's try this one. Need some soggy alien kelp, please.
Yeah!
Alright, got your kelp. Yeah, let's just go back over here first.
The return of allied life form Genosian is most welcome. This unit can only hope that the other organic life forms will now cease their whining.
Wow.
Quality and quantity of provided ingredients exceed expected parameters.
Yours, maybe. I knew Junoski would go above and beyond. Now, to put these greens to the test.
Needless to say, I fear for my life. But now that you've gone to so much trouble, I suppose we should try it. An astoundingly robust spectrum of flavor and texture. I was unaware that food could possess such pleasant complexity. Mass-produced dishes pale in comparison. Watch your tongue. The global community solved world hunger through automation, you know. You lot would have scurvy thrice over without it. Still, I must admit that the flavor is unique. Though we replicated a wide variety of cultivars in our factories, just as many were consigned to history. I see now what a loss that was. There is an appeal to having the freedom to choose what you eat, is there not? Though I recognize the validity of your world hunger argument. Perhaps there's room for both perspectives on this table, or at this table. As this peculiar waiter observed, a haste to elevate one at the expense of others has not served us well in the past. Odd words to hear from a freedom fighter, but not wrong.
That's the spirit. I'm certain you two have plenty in common, if you're willing to hear each other out. In the meantime, why not help us with the gardening? Release some of that pent-up energy that has you shouting at each other all the time. Think about it. It's honest, non-violent work, and the more you grow, the more new flavors you can experience. We have a patch of land on a new star that has your names on it. Well, your patron designations, anyway. What do you say?
Are we sure that's a good idea?
I cannot claim that I'd be happier on the battlefield. I fought in the name of peace until there was naught left to fight, or to fight for. There has to be a better way. Maybe in safeguarding life rather than taking it. I'll find out what that is. I hesitate to align my ethos with that of a global citizen. Yet it is true that we now have the freedom to choose a better future. Very well, I shall put down my arms and travel a different path this time around. Then it's a truce. Let us plant those vegetables.
Ooh, I smell hope! It seems like carrots of happiness, if you were wondering. Or it smells like carrots of happiness, if you were wondering. Perhaps Elysian can smell it too.
Inconclusive and 80% nonsensical. However, possibilities resulting from this unlikely alliance approach the infinite.
I suppose that means we'll have to go and see for ourselves. Come along, patrons.
Are we sure it's a good idea to take the two people who were just trying to murder each other a few moments ago to a planet that turns emotions into reality? Are we sure about this? This seems like a very dangerous planet.
Despite the small yet statistically significant chance of their being greeted by hostiles, the naive life form has sent Patron 001 and Patron 002 ahead to Elysium. This unit suggests we make haste in confirming what effects, if any, their emotions have wrought on the star.
Yeah, let's go check on that. I see a fence has been a lot has happened. There's more of them now. What the? They've multiplied already. The Corellians' heartfelt hopes for a peaceful future have taken form as resplendent gardens. Nevertheless, much of the newborn star remains as unto a blank canvas. What other hopes will the power of Dynamis bring to life? I assume the hopes of other species as this questline goes on.
Dynamis-based alterations to the local environment exceed all but the most improbable of projections. Data from prior civilizations indicates that organic customers will be pleased with the vegetation available for consumption. This unit proposes a temporary retreat to A4 research to discuss future salads and salad-adjacent matters.
Sure, buddy. Sure. Let's go.
All management units are present. This unit will now run multiple cognitive simulations of the Last Dregs' future.
Is that so?
Analysis complete. Simulations suggest that further consultation with reconstructed life forms and changes to the nature of Elysian will both be beneficial in increasing future customer satisfaction. Overall, friendly interaction appears key to the success of Last Dregs' objectives, which are vital to the ongoing mission to live.
In other words, if we continue to value our patrons, our cafe will become an ever greater source of joy!
This unit would not make such a fanciful projection, but nevertheless agrees with the general trajectory of proposed. The ongoing assistance of allied life form Genossia will also be invaluable. Will you continue to act as a management unit?
I swore I'd never go back to retail.
This unit is asking you nicely. Also, it is technically food service.
Warrior Flight. Bunny? Hey, Bunny?
Pretty please, Jurasia. I know that with your help, a wonderful future awaits.
I guess.
In preparation for the next phase of operations, this unit proposes strategically repositioning Matrix Stigma 4 to this location, that it may better assist in coordinating planetary and cafe objectives. Transmission of orders will commence at your signal.
Go ahead. Hello, Stigma 4.
Retro thrusters on cooldown. Initiating matrix installation.
Speaking of which, we have one more installation to attend to. Hold still, N7000.
I was wondering if you were giving him bunny ears. I was like, did you give him bunny ears? And then, yep, sure enough.
Perfect! Now I can tell which Omicron the insults will be coming from. It also signifies your role in this operation quite well, does it not?
Crude, yet effective. This unit will consent to wearing the large-eared life form's primitive accessory.
Now, my loyal crew, to work! The possibilities are infinite, so there's much to be done!
Uh-huh. Sure, buddy. Society quests unlocked. Last Dregs Society quests. You have achieved friendly reputation with the staff and patrons of the Last Dregs. Omicron Society quests are now available from Stigma 4 in A4 Research. Furthermore, you now have access to a wider selection of wares from Omicron N0598. That's out. So there's some gatherer's materia. You can purchase level 80-ish tools. Level 80-ish gear. Look at that. Lovely casa. Alright. Nifty. Why is it shining like that? Wait, no, you don't. You don't repair. You do. What's going on down here, huh? Oh, it's just a
It was just pointing out the place where you turn them in, that's all. Alright, let's go back to Yalal. Okay, no, I can't call them. Figured. Alright, that's it. Use this. Brown space, huh? That's cool. Better than this fine sand. You know. 100 kill. That's nice. Back to the log. Woohoo! What else is going on? Oh, sorry. Alright. I was like, maybe I will join the Ninth Circle, and then it was gone. Blue garbed hello. Oh no, that's in triple new. I was looking for hunts. New dawn, new hunt. Yeah. Wing of Protection Scout. A scout of the Wing of Protection is on the lookout for a likely adventurer. Yeah. Like.
You there. You're Genasi Basan, are you not? The adventurer from across the salt who has been lending the Dawn Servant her strength? Then well met! To tell the truth, I have been meaning to make your acquaintance for some time. I have a proposition for you. You are familiar with the Eorzean hunts, yes? We have something very similar here in Tuliolal, and having heard much of your philanthropic spirit, not to mention your capacity for violence, we should very much like to recruit you to our cause. If you are interested, speak with my associate, Bol Algar. The Shbral is a master of the hunt, and administers to the bills in the square overlooking the port. Tell him the Wing of Protection recommends you.
Okay.
Bol Algar! What do we have here? Your posture could use some work, but you've got good eyes. Eyes that have seen a few things. Here to sign up?
Posture could use some. You little.
The Wing of Protection recommend you, do they? Well, we're always on the lookout for new hunters, and if you're good enough for Huklamat, you're good enough for us. Pleasure to have you with us, Genasi. Suppose I'd better get down to the introductions. Or maybe I don't need to? This whole idea came from your side of the sea, after all. It was Kona who showed us your ways. Either way, I'll keep it brief. Our hunts work much the same way they do in Eorzea. We put a bounty on those beasts that prove themselves an enemy of the people. You kill them, and bring us back the proof. You get your reward. While your reputation may precede you, rules are rules, and the rule is I have to test every hopeful out on beginner builds. Can't have every youngling with nothing to her name put a plowshare and a dream of glory skipping merrily away to her doom. Prove yourself in Tural, and I'll give you some bigger, bitier fish to fry. Dawn hunts now accessible. You are now able to undertake beginner Dawn Hunt mock builds from the Dawn Hunt board in Tuliala. Defeat the monsters described in the builds and you will be rewarded with tokens that can be exchanged for exclusive items. To exchange tokens for exclusive items, speak with Ryupulja in Tuliala. New quests and intermediate Dawn Hunt mark builds will become available from Gol Oga upon reaching level 94 and fulfilling certain conditions within the main scenario. So, things have already done then. Yeah, I gotcha. Ah, Genossia, the Wing of Protection has been keeping a beady eye on you in these past 5 seconds. Say, you've been making yourself useful. That your adventures have taken you to nigh on every corner of Tural, including Yaktel, I hear, the land of my people. I know how dangerous those woods can be, not only from the tales of my ancestors, but from the bills on the board too. Think you're ready to take on a bigger challenge? That's the spirit. All right then. Let me tell you what these intermediate marks are all about. Beginner level marks can be taken down by any hunter or mercenary, but these ones call for a mite more preparation. I'm not just talking physically, but mentally too. If you're going to risk your life going after these beasts, it's important to know what you're risking it for. Which is why I tell everyone who thinks they're ready to move on from beginner builds to talk to Tiat Kat first. She's a master huntress and mentor to would-be vipers.
I'm already a viper. See? 2 swords.
You'll find her down in the Gornitruk Gleam Sands. Look for the Shibral with the cobalt fur and ask her to tell you our history.
Okay. Ryupulja, I just want to see sacks of nuts. What? Automatoys identification. Brachiosaur horn. Interesting. Blue coat cat minion. Wild ride barding. Striking dummy. Blades exaltation orchestrion roll. Searchlight twine. Searchlight blaze. Ever charged twine. Ever charged blaze. Some materia. Looks like that hit. Neo Kingdom Gear. Looks neat. That's a neat scythe. Got much more of a hook to it. Got these knuckles. Oh. I like that there's not much to them. Is there anything to them? Yeah, no, it looks like it's just like bracer type things. Oh, okay, so if I... So like that's just what they look like right there, yeah. That is cool. I like those.
What is it? This giant plate on the side. Musketoon. Turpna. This is just blades. That's a nice hood. I like those hoods. Oh, they've got the hat. The hat that I've got, just a different color. Chapeau. Interesting, interesting. Then you got mages stuff. What kind of? Like you got some witchy hats. Okay. Interesting stuff, interesting stuff. Let's go talk to the person, though. Out on the beach.
Tietgat. You have business with me, Outlander? Bologos sent you, eh? More meat for the marks. Though you look to have a little more about you than most. Well, if you're dead set on devoting yourself to the Dawn Hunt, I should let you know a little bit more about it. Where to begin? You might say at the beginning, but it's hard to put a pin in exactly when that was. Even before Kona brought the system of marks and bills over from Eorzea, our people were hunters. Not just for food, but for safety, hunting down those ill-made monstrosities whose very existence was inimical to our own. It was for that very purpose that the Vipers came to be. The finest hunters in Tural banded together to hone their skills and their blades, and devoted their lives to stalking and slaying the fiends. Yeah, the Tural Vitral. At first, we were no more than a fellowship of like-minded folk. Folk who'd take it upon themselves to deal with any danger they caught wind of. It was only after Galul Jaja united Tural under the Dawn Servant's crown that our role as protectors of the realm was made official. Commissions started pouring in from Yaslani to Yaktel, but we didn't have the numbers to answer them all. That's when Kona proposed we bring in the system he'd seen in Eorzea, calling on adventurers and mercenaries to handle those threats we couldn't. If there's a point to this little history lesson, it's this. Many folk join the hunt seeking adventure, or glory, or fortune. But from the very beginning, whenever that was, it's been about one thing and one thing only. Protecting those who can't protect themselves. Don't forget that. And one more request that I make of every Viper to train under me. Don't get yourself killed. We hunt to save lives, not to throw them away for no good reason. I reckon that's enough moralizing from me for one day. It's about time I headed back to Yaktel. Come and drop by if you're ever in the area.
Right.
culture. Oh, Bol Oga! Oh, Bol Oga! Back already, are you? Did Tia Cat tell you everything you needed to know?
Yep.
Good to hear. We don't hunt to kill, we hunt to live. Remember that, and you'll be fine. Speaking of, I took the opportunity to update the ledger. You're approved to take on intermediate marks now. Good hunting and good luck. Intermediate Dawn Hunt Mark bills are now available. You are now able to undertake intermediate Dawn Hunt Mark bills from the Dawn Hunt board in Tulialal. Now, new quests and advanced Dawn Hunt Mark bills will become available from Bol Ogoa upon reaching level 99 and fulfilling certain conditions within the main scenario. Well, about that. Gymnasia, it's good to see you safe. The whole city's been on a knife edge since the attack. Folk need hunters like you and me to deal with the dangers they're facing more than ever. Like you and me, and like Napique, Viper by trade, always helping out with the hunt. She took a bill from the board a few days back. Thing is, it was for a mark up in Yoselani, and no one's seen her since. Might be that she's still on its trail, but hearing about everything that's happening up there, all this about the dome, I can't help but worry. A little bird tells me you've been sighted. You couldn't ask around in there, could you? Find out if anyone's seen her?
Yeah, I can do that.
Thank you. It means a lot to me. Last anyone heard from her, she was on her way to Tishpiani. Maybe someone in the village will have seen her, if there's anyone left.
Something tells me she's aged a few years. The outskirts. Might be a good idea to sell some pile of bait, or maybe I could just sell this bait. Or perhaps both. Got a lot of different bait.
Good day to you. Anything I can help you with?
Well, Zumanike.
Napique. Yes, I know her well. She's something of a hero around these parts, our guardian angel.
That's good. That means she didn't die. Because if she died, nobody would remember her. That would make things a lot more difficult.
She just arrived when the tremor struck. On the trail of some beast or other. Can't remember the details now, but I do remember that when the ground started shaking and Levin filled the air, it was she who guided us all to safety. Braved the bolts to drive back the beasts that were tearing up our farmsteads. Where is she now? I wonder. Last I heard, she'd registered with the hunters, but that was years back. She'd probably be retired now, or... No, she's still with us. She has to be. I wouldn't remember her if she wasn't. You should go and ask the facilitators at Resolution, up in Solution 9. They keep a record of every citizen's location. Tell them you're looking for an old friend, and they'll put you in contact.
I mean, I'm pretty sure with me asking, they'd put me in contact anyway. After all I've done for the people of Alexandria. Oh, and I don't think I've mentioned it yet, but I found out where to buy a bike. Yeah, it turns out if you go here to the arcade, you can in fact
purchased one of those bikes right there. From this person here, the air wheeler dealer.
It costs 7.5 million gil.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while. I mean, I hope I can get it some other way, because, like, that's insane. Absolutely insane, the amount of gil they're asking for a mount.
Resolution.
Oh, hey, Alice, and Alphino, Grahatia, Sveen, Stola, Kyle. You guys still huddled up in a little half circle here? Philomena, hey, how's it going?
Welcome to the government sector. How may I be of service? You're a friend of Napiquez? One of many, I'm sure. Such an admirable soul, and such a shame about that injury forcing her from the field. But what a career! I should think the better part of our data on the local fauna was collected by her and her followers. Followers who adore her to this day. I believe she was the one who introduced the idea of fighting with twin blades, too. And look how that's taken off. Sharing citizens' personal information is strictly forbidden, as a rule. However, Napique left specific instructions that if any fellow Turali should come calling, we should send them directly to her. And so I shall. Her registered domicile is in residential radius 9-14 ever since her retirement. She spends most of her days sitting in the plaza, watching the world go by. Let me know if you have trouble finding her, but if you do, please pass on my best wishes.
Okay. Down there. Ba-ba. See you later, guys. Napique.
You're a hunter, aren't you? You've got the gait, the eye. Could see it a mile off.
Yeah?
Polgar? Now there's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Well, you go tell him I'm as safe and as well as I've ever been. Sure, it was a shock when the barrier fell, but what kind of viper would I be if I didn't try to make the best of the bad situation? I joined the hunters, put my talents to use keeping this place safe. Till 10 years ago, that is, when my good hand finally gave out on me. Had to leave the front lines, though I was done for good, to be honest. But then Her Majesty came to me, gave me a new mission, cataloging the beasts I no longer had the strength to kill. Gave me a new lease on life. Say, now that the barrier's broken, is Bologard thinking of bringing the Dawn Hunt back to Yasalani? If he is, then could you give him this?
Sure.
Tell him that I'm still here, that for 30 years I kept my vow.
I will.
Good to see you back safe, Genossia. Well, any news on Napique?
Here you go.
She still lives then. And it seems all this insanity with the dome hasn't dulled her passion for the hunt any. The notebook makes proof of that. 30 years of work. 30 years? I just can't get my head around it. I can count the hours since I last spoke with her, yet it's a wonder she can remember me at all. Still, I'm grateful she does. And if she needs my help hunting down some of these beasts, that's exactly what I'll give her. I'll go through this book and draw up bills for the nastiest critters in it. Bring the dawn hunt back to Yasselani, or whatever it is they call the place now. Guess it'll be a while before folk can make their way past that barrier freely, so I'll be counting on you and yours to take the lead. But looking at some of these entries, there's a fair few fiends up there that are tougher than anything I've let you go after before. I'll see you're approved to take on advanced marks. Thanks, my friend, and good hunting. Welcome. Advanced Dawn Hunt Mark bills are now available. You are now able to undertake Advanced Dawn Hunt Mark bills from the Dawn Hunt board in Tundalal. New quests in Elite Dawn Hunt Mark bills will become available from Bol Oga upon reaching level 100 and fulfilling certain conditions within the main scenario.
Well, already did that.
Ah, Genossia, you honor me with your presence. I've heard all about the deeds you've been doing for Wuklumat. As if ending Valigarmanda's rampage wasn't impressive enough, you saved the city from those mechanical beggars too. If there were ever any doubts about your abilities, they're well and truly answered. Which is why I'd like to ask your aid one last time. Will you join us in our most essential duty? Seeking out and slaying those fiends most foul, those that pose the gravest dangers to our people.
That's what I do.
You're a hero through and through. Hunting down marks like these is the very purpose the Vipers were founded for. And it's no easy task, I can tell you. There are horrors out there. True horrors. Tural Vitral like Valigarmanda. Creatures more akin to gods than beasts. We Vipers wander far and wide across the land that we might learn of these creatures and one day end them. You remember Tiathkat? She's been doing just that for decades now, and has come away with a long list of targets. If you're interested in finding out more about them, go and see her in Yaktel. Napique was doing the same when she went to Yasselani, and yet there's nothing you could call a Tural Vitral in her journal. Strange. I thought when they've shown up nigh everywhere else. Strange, I thought, when they've shown up nigh everywhere else. Makes me wonder if she might have left them out on purpose. Napique's a viper to the quick. You see, nothing matters to her more than the people's safety. Separated from her fellow vipers as she was, perhaps she thought it best to leave such nightmares well alone. Forgive me for asking so much of you, but if you plan to return to Yasselani anytime soon, could you speak with her again? See if there's something she's not telling us, something we might be able to help her with. Oh, and tell her one more thing from me. That if she wants to come back, me and the rest of the Vipers stand ready to welcome her with open arms.
Alright, what happened to going to Yaktel and talk to the other Viper? He was like, you should go talk to that. Oh, but if you're going to Solution 9, you should talk to Napique again. What? What the? No. Residential.
Ah, the hunter from across the salt. What message do you have for me today? Bol Ogar, you sentimental fool. I thank you for remembering me, but this is my home now. These people, my people. I've lived here, fought here for the better part of my life. Stepping beyond that wall would be like stepping 30 years into the past. And while I've fond memories of the place, I'm an old woman now. I've grown unused to change. Not to mention that... Lady Napique!
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize you had company.
It's all right. She's a friend of the cause. Let me introduce you. Lonyin, Renary, meet Junasia, the hunter from beyond the wall. Junasia, these are... what would you call yourselves? My little helpers?
Protégés, more like. Lonyin, at your service. I studied the Twin Blades under Lady Napique, and I've been helping her conduct her census on the beasts of Alexandria.
And I'm Renuri. I've been working behind the scenes with Oblivion, so I've heard a lot about you and your exploits. Even seen a few firsthand, albeit from the shadows. After you brought peace to living memory, our team secured what we could from the databanks, found a fair few things that brought a glint to Lady Napique's eye, I can tell you. Troll vidroll, Junasia. Bol Ogar knew it. It doesn't do to draw too much attention to those fiends you haven't the strength to slay. From what Renuri tells me of your achievements, though, I shouldn't wonder if you and yours could succeed where we could not. Queen's Fiend charged me with chronicling her kingdom's fauna, and I expect there are many discoveries still to be made in its darkest corners. If you want to learn more, just ask these two. Please ask away. Lonyin spends most of his time down in the outskirts, but I'll be here. As shall I. My duty is far from over, so in answer to Bol Ogar's question, no, I will not be returning to Tudiola. But please let him know that I appreciate his kind words, and that I'm only too happy to extend him the same offer. Back to Bol Ogar. Yeah, Handerland, laying new tracks.
Welcome back, Junasia. Did you speak with Napique? I see. It's good to know she has friends. I couldn't bear to think of her all alone up there. A viper lives to hunt that others might live to hunt another day. Or so the saying goes. Sounds like she's taken that message to heart, taking it upon herself to train a new generation. And it looks like you're her latest pupil. May luck be with you, Junasia. And remember, whatever you do, don't get yourself killed. Elite Dawn Hunt's now accessible. You're now able to undertake elite Dawn Hunt, mark bills from the Dawn Hunt board into your log. And that's the last of it. Lovely. Still an intrepid new enterprise. Oh, Kali! I want that. I want that emote. Maybe meeting with her won't be so easy after all. Mablu said she'd be around here somewhere, though.
Whoa! Did you not see the adventurer? The mighty warrior who traveled the length and breadth of Tural, taking in its myriad sights, sounds, and smells, even those within the otherworldly dome? The savvy haggler who helped the third promise acquire a saddle worth 10 pel in the thousands column, despite starting with a mere 100? My inner abacus is clacking away. You're the missing piece I've been looking for. The missing piece of my brand new enterprise, that is. Sorry about that. I got a little carried away. I'm just so happy to finally meet you. I'm Liplu, a merchant. Until recently, my business was bedclothes, all woven from the finest alpaca wool. My dear friend Mablu told me all about you. I hear you gave her the nudge she needed to embark upon her journey as a peddler. I can't begin to thank you enough. But I'll get straight to the point. I have a proposal for you today, Junasia. How would you like to become a special advisor for a trailblazing tourism venture? I call it the Turali Travel Agency. Of course, you'll be compensated for your time. You'll also be the first in line for all kinds of treats and trinkets, not to mention a wealth of exciting experiences. You don't have to answer right away, but if any of this has roused your interest, please come and visit me in Okanu. We can go over the finer details there. I'll be waiting for you, along with the rest of my associates.
Alright. Okahari. What's this? Aha, aha. To Okano.
There you are. Thank you for coming. Right. Here goes. Ohokali! Welcome to Kozama Uka! Ohokali! Yeah. You've mastered the Hanu Hanu greeting. but I wouldn't expect anything less from someone so well traveled. Allow me to introduce myself again. I'm Liplu, the founder of the Tirali Travel Agency. With me are my brother, Yubli, and my Hanu Hanu associates. We'll be happy to explain the ins and outs of our budding enterprise. You were there for the Ascension ceremony, weren't you?
Yeah. Call back into my memories. Let me see. Yes, Ascension ceremony. Yeah, of course I was.
Dawn servant Wuklamat spoke of growing to love her people all the more as she got to know them better, of how she wanted us to live with joy in our hearts and smiles on our faces. Well, those words certainly left their mark. The capital's residents are eager to learn about their fellow Tirali, who in turn yearn to foster understanding. You see it too, don't you? An unmistakable business opportunity. Well, that's precisely where the Tirali Travel Agency comes in. We'll answer that burgeoning demand.
Our goal is to help revitalize this community as it attempts to rebuild after this great storm. Promoting Kozama Uka as a tourist destination will provide a much-needed source of income for the region, and with it, all the benefits that follow. Of course, we wouldn't be having this conversation had we not consulted the Hanu beforehand. After much discussion, they kindly agreed to set aside a tract of land by Doc Poga for development. Benevolent capitalism. And would you believe it, the villagers are flocking to join our staff. Serge Tankian? Who's that?
As Liplu said, the people are eager to learn about their fellow Tirali, and we Hanu are eager to share our culture with them as well. Much as you helped us to revive Ihihana, we hope to welcome many outsiders into our home, that we may know one another better and enjoy each other's company. And what better way to do so than to support this tourism initiative? Of course, tourism is an industry new to Tiral. This is unfamiliar territory in many respects, and people understandably have their concerns. But who better to assuage those concerns than someone who's roamed far and wide and met with countless Tirali from all over the continent?
Just as long as you don't go too crazy with it.
The core of our business is providing accommodations and guided tours for the local area. As we speak, Wook Evu is putting his shipwright skills to use, heading up construction for our base of operations by Doc Poga. From sourcing foodstuffs to souvenirs, and everything in between, we're working hand in glove with the good people of Okhanu to make sure this venture benefits everyone involved. Still, there are a few things I'm worried about. The guided tours, for example. Visitors will journey here after making a reservation at our office in Tuliolal, and we'll have to guarantee their safety every step of the way. After all, we can't expect our customers to handle themselves like you can. And that leads us neatly back to my proposition. So, how about it? Can we count on your help as a special advisor while the travel agency finds its feet?
Consider yourselves advised. Especially.
Aha! I knew we could count on you.
Wonderful. Although I'm loath to put you to work straight away, I would seek your assistance.
We guides have each devised a plan for our prospective tours, based on our knowledge of our homeland. But we'd benefit greatly from the input of a worldly traveler like yourself. Honest opinions only.
Link Blue, perhaps you could accompany Gymnasia and appraise the tours as well? I'll stay behind and oversee construction with whoever.
A fine idea. Guides, please wait in your respective tour locations. I will take Gymnasia to each of you in turn.
I have a feeling that this will be leading into the society quest for this area.
When you're ready, just say the word. I'm as keen as the Hanu Hanu are to hear your thoughts. All set? Now then, our 3 guides have planned 3 unique tours, so we will speak with them one at a time before proceeding to the next. We'll start by paying a visit to Genuhanu in the Fields of Gold, who I am told wishes to showcase local industry with a focus on the village and reed fields. Let's go!
I'm glad you're here. I almost couldn't bear the wait. Right, let me explain my concept for the tour. First and foremost, I see this as a chance for our customers to understand we Hanu. And where better to learn than right here among our reed fields? After all, reeds are the very heart of our culture. Just cast your gaze across these lush fields, and you'll get a sense of what defines us. But that's enough about my thoughts. What do you think? I should like to believe this is a place where... a place those not of the Hanu can also appreciate, but...
I would say a guided tour would be good here. Like, obviously, reed fields, it's nice, but it's not much to look at. But if you then tell them about the significance of the reeds to your culture and explain to them the histories and all that, then it can be a very interesting place for them to visit and appreciate.
The patties are a unique part of the local landscape. Not everyone will have seen such a sight before, but perhaps you could also show them your villages? That way, they'll have a better idea of how the Hanu live. Yes, I think the plan is coming along nicely. To summarize, if we begin by guiding guests around the village, they'll see how reeds are so tightly interwoven with Hanu culture. That way, they'll appreciate the precious resource growing in your patties all the more.
I was so excited about showing visitors our fields, I hadn't considered that they might like to learn about the normal, everyday lives of we Hanu, too. I appreciate the suggestion.
Consider also having a range of handicrafts on offer that visitors might purchase if so inclined. Perhaps a mix of practical household items and more esoteric trinkets, charms and the like. Alright, let's head for Breath Between next. Zelihali has proposed a walking tour of the river and ought to be waiting for us there.
Alright.
Right here.
I completely lost track of time. My attention was whisked away by the endless waters of Kuuksai. Kuuksage? Kuuksage? I'll go with that. If you didn't already know, Kuuksage means big tongue in our language. If you aren't careful, you might find yourself slurped up and taken off by the current.
You know, I bet insights into the language like that would prove a hit with visitors.
I'm glad you think so, but I'm still a little unsure of my plan. The idea is to guide guests along the river, explaining the language and local history as I go, but is that really enough to entertainment?
A leisurely educational stroll sounds delightful.
Hearing that from someone so well-traveled is a relief. I appreciate your advice. Whatever form the tour takes, I want to make sure our guests leave completely satisfied. I'll be sure to confer with Liplu as I hammer out the details.
It's time we went to see Xenohanu. He's proposed a magical spelunking tour in which visitors can marvel at the natural beauty of the world beneath our feet. To Cave Kikitola.
Should be Shinuhanu? Or Xenohanu? Or... X's are wild, man. Ah, there it is. There we go. Maybe Jinuhano. We'll go Jinuhano.
There you are. I was starting to feel lonesome waiting for you to arrive. Let's get straight to it, shall we? Cave Kikitola is the source of many minerals and medicinal ingredients for generations. It's been held as a sacred site of healing. I'm sure visitors will be enamored with the cave's natural beauty, but the route here from the village is long and arduous, and the interior is rather dark. I fear it might not be a suitable reward for the challenge of simply getting here.
So the fiends nearby. You know, that's an option here, but I don't exactly see many fiends. I'll say they could try their hand at collecting medicines.
An excellent suggestion. Of course, with any such plans, respect for the cave and its significance for the Hanu would be paramount. The souvenirs we acquire in our journeys can be quite near and dear to us. I think visitors would love to take a piece of their trip back home, and the villagers could make use of any surplus materials as well. But as Shinohanu said, the cave is somewhat remote. Can't discount the possibility of tour groups running afoul of fiends on the way here. Perhaps we'd be better off reserving this course for more seasoned travelers.
I must say, the two of you are full of fine ideas. I'm starting to get excited. Just give me a little longer and I'll have my plan ready.
Though, of course, with any kind of tourism attraction where tourists come and they pick up a piece of the location and take it with them, you gotta make sure it's renewable and that we do something to keep renewing it. Because otherwise you'll just have people coming in and like locusts stripping the place bare, and then it's no longer an attraction. And it also no longer holds the thing that you kind of needed it for, the medicinal herbs and such.
Well, with that, we've heard all three proposals from our guides. I'm sure you're tired after all that traipsing around, but let's get back to Okanu, shall we?
Yes. Must.
moth just flew in front of my face. Blip. Sorry to have taken up so much of your time, but you helped address the guide's worries and brought some excellent suggestions to the table. While we were out there, a question I've been pondering came to mind. What exactly is it that we're selling with the Turali Travel Agency? It's not as simple as peddling produce or providing a service. If we're unsure, we'll have a hard time enticing customers. For the longest time, I couldn't pinpoint the answer, but hearing those proposals made it crystal clear. We're in the business of ephemeral experiences. It is our responsibility to curate every moment of a visitor's stay and ensure they leave with wonderful memories that last a lifetime. That way, our customers will be sure to fall in love with Kozama Uka and its people. I can practically hear my inner abacus clacking away, provided we hold fast to our principles and remember that we're here to serve our customers above all else. I'm confident they'll have no qualms about parting with their hard-earned pell. The Turali Travel Agency will be synonymous with experiences both exceptional and unforgettable. I'll have to drive that message home when I promote our enterprise in the capital. Then there's the matter of making sure that the benefits outweigh the burdens for the Hanu. There's so much to do. But before all that, how about we take a look at our soon-to-be-built base of operations near Dokpoga? Knowing my brother and Fukevu, I dare say they've made remarkable progress already. All right. Yeah. Wait. On it. A new aetheryte? A new aetheryte. Yo. I think this is a society quest line that we're unlocking. And they're even giving us an aetheryte. Nice. Love that. Apparently they're ready to start construction. The blueprints have been finalized and all the materials are at hand. Once the work is finished, then the countdown really begins. Here's hoping for satisfied customers and, more importantly, happiness for all involved. Be they Hanu, Pelu, or adventurer extraordinaire. It's so wonderful to have you on board. Let's work together and make this a stunning success. Hokari. Society quest. Yeah, it is. Society quest. I knew it.
What do you say we get this thing built?
That's looking nice. Yeah. Look at all that. With construction work on the Turali Travel Agency complete, Fliplo and her associates have their eyes set on establishing Kozamuka as a top tourist destination. Yet a host of challenges remain before their goals can be realized. As special advisor, it is your duty to offer support and guidance as they embark on this exciting new enterprise. Society Quest unlocked. Turali Travel Agency. You have achieved friendly reputation with the Turali Travel Agency. Pelu Pelu Society Quests are now available from Ubli at Dokpoga. Furthermore, you may now purchase wares from Public. You have earned the emote Ohokali. Pelu Proponent 1 achievement unlocked. Yo. Love it. I've been talking about how it would be nice if the Thavnarian Society quests had their own Aetheryte. They're not that far away from the other Aetherites, so it's not too bad. But then you've also got like Girabania, the fringes here. Again, not too far, but you know, they've got their quests here. I'm gonna fly over. This is nice. This is real nice. You just pop in, and here they are. Like most if not all others society quests, you have to travel a bit. Because there's also, I mean, Southern Thailand, I believe the Zenrak. There, or was it the Circle of the Temper? No. I know Zenrak Society, I haven't done anything with them much. But then, Travania, yeah, there's the Lothastvath Society quest here. You gotta travel a bit from them. And of course, we just unlocked the Ultima Thule Society quests, which are at research, which isn't too bad. You just gotta talk to the dude here at Base Omicron and he'll teleport you over here. I believe. It's nice that they're being like, okay, for this society quest, you get your own Aetheryte. It's right here, very fast, very easy. We added an Aetheryte just for you. Love that. Let's take a look at the exchange, see what we have here. Obviously, we'll get more things added as we gain reputation with them. Not much currently. Not much at all. I do just want to take a look. Ooh, 200,000 experience per. That's nice. And you get some. Well, that's probably because I'm level 100. Pelu Pelu Plume. And it's level 90, so I could even use that to help my ninja level up faster. Slightly less than 200,000 because of level 95. And we just don't get any tombstones. Interesting. Still, the experience points is nice. That's, you know, almost 600,000 max per day. Pretty good, but isn't pretty sure that the Ilsabard, the Thavner Society quest, I'm pretty sure they're 1 million per, aren't they? So wait, no, I got that wrong. Sorry, that's almost 2 million. I miscounted there. Yeah, no, that's almost 2 million. So yeah, no, this is much better. This is like double. So it's currently almost 6 million maximum per day. That's huge. Right now, doing that would jump me up to 11 million on my ninja. And I just need another 7 million to get to level 96. Awesome. And this place looks wonderful. Look at all this. Love it. Look at that tree. It's nice. Alpacas. Got a little alpaca ranch. Huts out here? Is this where like the tourists can stay? Like your little kind of resort type thing? You got, I assume, like a fishing area there? Seems like a place where you can fish. Or maybe dock a boat. But how does that gate look? Also I was gonna say maybe it's also a swimming area and that's why there's a gate there to keep, but then why would you put a gate at all? Why is there a gate there? And how does it function? It is perplexing me because it seems to be like connected at 2 points here and there. Does this whole gateway like rotate down at this point? It looks to be connected in here. And also, what would that even do? It would still be like level with the surface of the water. But it looks like a gate that would open, like because it's got all these posts. Like, why not just continue the ring around? Oh, that's odd. Very odd. Also, the river is moving very fast. Not sure it would be ideal for swimming. Pretty sure you'd get, like, whisked away pretty quickly. Still, lovely place. Lovely, lovely place. Oh, and there's some boats over here. I really like this place. Very nice. Aerial view. Got a very long dock out here. Oh. The edge of the map. And it does look like there will be some sort of expansion of a building over here. Probably as we progress the society quests. Maybe they might also expand out a bit here. Poka. But that will have to be it for today. Very nice. Very nice goings on. What was this guy? Yeah, that's 90. Yeah. Right, well. Next stream will be on Wednesday. Next Wednesday. So there will be no stream on Monday. It's a holiday here in the States, and I'll be busy with other things. So no stream on Monday. We'll be moving that. So we'll just stream on Wednesday next week, and then that will be for more Lord of the Rings Online. Continuing our journey. I have a theory for how to progress the main story. I think I was probably just too under-leveled to progress it. And I'm working to fix that off-stream. Doing some grinding. And then next Saturday, we'll be back to more Final Fantasy XIV again. Doing more side questy stuff. We should see what else we can do. There's gotta be some more stuff. I know that I'll have to look into. I know there's another raid series in Dawn Trail. I don't know exactly how to access it, but I will find out. And of course, we can once again try to get some people together to fight the gods in Aglaya. Those are two things that we can do. But we are we're starting to run out of side quest stuff. I don't want to start the Hildebrand questline, which I believe starts by the guy over here. I think it's called Otherworldly Encounters or whatever. Pretty sure that's the start of the Hildebrand questline for Dawn Trail, and I don't want to start it yet because I prefer to kind of binge the Hildebrand questline, because I feel like if I start it right away and then we have to wait for the next quest, for the next patch to come out for the next quest of it in its quest line, I'll probably forget a lot of what was going on in that quest line, and I want to have a fresh memory, because Hildebrand's always wild, and I want to be able to at least try to follow what's going on. So I prefer to go through it all at once. Back to back. Regardless, though, until next time, be kind to yourself, have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you next mission. Bye-bye.